All right, I'm just setting this up. This is a YouTube video that I'm doing right now, and basically, the reason for this video is that I want to start journaling, and I wanted to have a script right now, but I don't have that script. So I'm just gonna be raw with this video because at first glance, I wanted to do videos consistently, especially posting on YouTube, because I just wanted to, one, record my journey, and then two, just because because I came into the space of content creation, started doing things like podcasting, started doing videos with this channel called Free State Entertainment. It was ideal for me to also have my personal account whereby I just post about myself so that whenever I go somewhere or maybe I have a gig, I would be able to show it, right? I would be able to show it. But the consistency part is where the issue came in, whereby I couldn't be consistent in terms of the editing. And there's been a lot of things that I've been doing, in terms of, sometimes when you just do a lot of things and you feel like you're occupied, but then the results are always just in the middle. Like you never see, oh, it's like this. It's like a wave, Sometimes you're high, sometimes you're low, sometimes you're just. But in terms of results, I've always seen myself just sitting on equilibrium, whereby I'm just not going high, I'm not going lower. But I can see the consistency that, okay, if you can just hold on. Because one thing I've discovered about myself is that I'm one of those people, if something bores me, I get bored easily. I always want to have new adventures. And there's this word that I'm forgetting. I would be so consistent to a point whereby I don't find myself being consistent, right? And so that has been an issue that I've been seeing, that, okay, I struggle with this. And it's very important for you to identify these kind of things, you see. So when I started my YouTube channel, as I'm shooting right now, I wanted to first to have a self-development, and I didn't want to do it on camera because I didn't want to be motivated in terms of me just shooting content. That's the only reason why I'm having this self-development things, right? And so I started with being myself, doing it on myself, whereby I'm not forced to do it or nobody's watching it. It's only me and my God, which is my Lord and Savior Jesus, right? So I wanted to start there first, right? And so I remember it took me, I would say self-development took me almost like 3 years to 4 years, just trying to discover myself in different areas of my life. And I found this solution whereby I saw that each and every human being or human species, especially when you come to this adult world, right, whereby you just becoming an adult, there's 5 things that you have to master, or at least be perfect in. Even if you're not perfect, but then at least be like, have a niche or a skill in that you can master based on your circumstances or environment, right? And I saw the first one was your spirituality is very important, right? And your mind is very important, because that's where your innovative, your ideas, that's where you become innovative, that's where your ideas comes from, that's where your thoughts play a huge role in your life. and you need to guard this one very importantly, because this one almost sync with these two. So I put it in an order whereby I was like, okay, these things are very important into my life. And then the third one was your finances. Your finances play a huge role in your everyday, in whatever you're doing. So in terms of finances, it would be your job, it could be your investments, it could be your savings, it could be your surroundings, the people that you're around there with, the ones that you hang around with. How are they spending money? Because if one thing I've discovered, that in the place that I am, a lot of people love alcohol and all of that. And when it's month end, the first thing that they go for, it will be alcohol. So the surrounding for me, especially in this area of finance, it's very toxic, you see. And these are like the people that I'm close to, because if I go out, I wouldn't have a lot of budget to go to other friends. And you see, so that is something that I've found myself being struggling out of all these five developments that I discovered that I need to master in my life. And then the fourth one, it will be my health. Your health is very important. My health, it's very important, right? So the health could be how you eating, what are you eating, working out, you know. And then the fifth one was relationships, or is relationships, right? And so I found myself mastering all these things, but then this one was the one that I haven't mastered yet, in terms of my savings, in terms of stable income that can come into me, because currently I'm unemployed, right? And so I became a freelancer, you know, because rather than just sitting, I was like, okay, let me just try different things. And that's when I bumped into podcasting. That's when I bumped into this guy called Isaac, and we started working together. I found myself editing a little bit, and yeah, you see. So I never had an income that will be so stable. It will be based on gigs that I would get, basically. And if I don't have a gig, there's no income, right? And so what I did was I started looking into trading, because I've been doing it for many years, right? And it has had its good times and not so good times. And not so good times, it's when I would lose money. Not lose money per se, but then the money that I would trade with wouldn't be a lot of money. You know, I would be pouring like my 100 rands, you know, my 200 rands here and there. And then every profit that I would have to withdraw, because I need to use it, right? So that's when I discovered that, okay, trading, you really need to have some income, right? And then I started dabbling into prop firms. Yeah, they help here and there, but then um when that is like your main source of income, it becomes very hard for you to save, or it became very hard for me to start saving, um also like sustaining my life. Because at the end of the day, I, especially in the space that I'm in terms of media, you need to go out, you need to have new clothes, you need to, you know, look alike, you know, like someone who's really doing good. And you would say it's a you portray yourself being like in a good place, but if you want to attract people, you have to look a certain way, right? I'm not gonna go and shoot whereby I'm like this. Yes, right now I'm shooting because this is my channel, this is whereby I want to start doing a journal. And for me to do this video, it was because I don't want to edit it. I don't want to do a lot of editing here. I'm just gonna be raw here, because I feel like this is gonna be, I don't it's gonna be one of the videos that I just become raw with myself. And I'm not looking to see how many views it got or people are subscribing. But if you are gonna watch this video, it will be just mainly that you relate. But it's not gonna at this current state, I feel like I don't want to do it for people. It's just me journaling um where I'm at right now. And for the longest, I wanted to the videos that I posted was to get views, to trying to discover the algorithm, to get subscriptions. And I saw, okay, people can watch a video if you only become consistent, right? And I tried to, but in terms of the editing, it takes a lot of hours, and I would find myself not editing a lot of my videos and just be like, I'll see it. And sometimes we just make a lot of excuses in terms of I need a good laptop, because the laptop I've been using it for the past 10 years plus. And I would be like, I need a fresh one so that I can edit on my laptop and all of that. Yes, I do, but then I finally found a way in terms of buying a new phone. And with this phone, it was like, yeah, I can still edit, because I was like, okay, the quality is gonna be good. And my intentions was, okay, the quality comes first, then the sound also. And now I was complaining about having mics, and I was like, okay, I'll start um when I have mics, right? To find myself, I'm still getting the mics. I would have the money, but I'll never think of buying those mics. And yeah, man, it just became a little bit tricky. And so I discovered myself just speaking but not putting any action, right? And the validations, I would seek validations, and some people will be like, yeah, you need to do this, but it's like, yo, bro, this is a lot of work. You may see videos that people are posting, but then the work that comes out of that, it's a lot, especially when you are independent, in terms of you don't have any editors, you don't have, a team around you. You have to start on your own. And so it became to a point whereby my procrastination was different, in terms of it made me feel like this is gonna happen, but then I would just keep on making a lot of excuses, basically, you see. And so with this video, what I'm trying to do is just journal myself, not looking for any views, not looking for people to like me. And so I'm gonna post this video just as it is, just very raw, without any edits. And yeah, this is the rawness of this video. So what I'm actually intending, I still don't know what the niche is gonna be about, but I have an idea where I want to be at with this channel, right? And so I'm just gonna start with being raw, in terms of by all means trying to post, by all means. That's the number one factor at the moment. Just post. That's what I'm concerned about. Just post each and every day. Not every day, but then we're gonna have a schedule, right? So after this video, I was thinking of start documenting, because I recently lost my phone, right? And with that phone, I had a lot of information about my life. About it was basically like a diary for me, and I lost it, and it felt like I lost a half of me, a part of me. Luckily, there's other notes that I've written on this phone, but then majority was on that phone, and it hurts. Even when I'm speaking about it right now, it still hurts. So I kind of felt a little bit lost, but it was like all those things that I wrote, I still have them in here. So it's very important for you to always have whatever you write, keep it in here, lock it in here, because what's the point of you writing it but then you don't have it in here? You see, what it said is like a lot of things. Man, like, to think about it, like, there's a lot of things that I wrote that were very hot. It was from the heart, and it said, so I always wanted, after that I was like, okay, I think this is a time for me to reset my life again. And it's a perfect time. Why not? Right? With all the information that I had, yes, it's sad, and it really hurts my heart that all my notes are there, and those are the things that would equip me. Right now I feel like I'm a bit naked, but then I know the Holy Spirit is here with me. I know the Bible is here with me, and those notes were the notes that will gradually help me to become the person that I'm gonna be, right? But with the reset and with what I know, it is like um what what would I say to my 6 years old me, right? So instead of what would I say, how about I just show that 6 years old of me how to do things, right? And honestly, the people that I would see on social media, they would make these consistency and discipline look like it's an everyday thing. But to be honest, there are days and weeks that you're not gonna do anything, but then showing up, it's very important, and that has been my motto: just show up regardless of what is happening. All these things of the 5 a.m. in, I bet you they are, I bet you that it's not an everyday thing. I bet you it's not an everyday thing. And I saw that because I was obviously um trying to be independent. It's very, 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 very not something that people will tell you. It's gonna be hard. Being an entrepreneur, it's very hard, especially when sometimes the income, it's not the way as these people would be glazing about that I've made $3,000, I've made $12,000. I've never seen such. Unless they've created a community whereby they are selling courses, or they're selling yeah, they're selling, you know. Basically, that's how these people have been making a lot of money, because sales, it's what makes a lot of money, right? And for me to step into those areas, I had to first find myself reaping those rewards of me saying I did this, firsthand. I don't want to be that guy who's gonna be telling people do this, but then I haven't went through that process. Just like now, I'm still teaching my little brother how to trade and all of that. And right now, it's rough. We bought prop frames, and he doesn't know. But then, I mean, my drawdown is very heavy. I think it's around 4%, and he's still on 100K, so he's not that bad. And yeah, I'm just gonna buy another account, honestly, and just trade two accounts. I think it's better that way. But here's the thing: the reason I'm doing this, it's because I lost my phone, and so I want to be so consistent. And how about I start journaling in terms of doing videos, right? And I'll keep on doing some notes here and there. And a lot of what I didn't like is that a lot of my strategies, ideas that I wrote were on that phone, right? But I was like, it doesn't have to stop me. I still remember those things. How about, because my idea was, I want to record, I want to write how my strategy works in terms of when I analyze from the monthly, to the weekly, to the daily. And I feel like it's a perfect time to just put action, because I've been writing, I've been journaling all this time. And how about this time around, this second chance that I have of my reset, just put in action instead of only writing? How about you just put action, because you already had a view of where you want, you have those notes that are still in my mind, I have where I want to be. And for me to just reset, it's not a restart, it's just a reset, and continue with what I already know, not restarting, because restarting is like you are starting from scratch. I'm not starting from scratch, I'm already built up. Starting from restart, it's like I'm going down here, I'm already here. So it's like, let's reset and put in action. So with the knowledge that I've been accumulating, it has brought me to this level. And now I feel like with action, now it's started to elevate. And so I have this last 6 months that I feel like if I could be consistent, let me just see where am I gonna be. Is this working? If not, you see. So yeah, that's where I am, and this is whereby I just wanted it to be raw. That let's journal, let's put in action, let's just do something for at least 6 months, and yeah. I don't want this video to be that long because I just wanted to be a reminder of why I posted this video. And so there's gonna be a thumbnail for me. I don't know. Yeah, somewhere there.